I live in the city of Sudbury, one of the 5 cities in the province of Ontario, Canada, that qualifies for the program Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot. It's easier to immigrate to Canada with this program. In this video series, I'm going to give you information about the city of Sudbury. Today I'm going to talk about education. There are 3 levels of education in Canada. Primary schools are from grades 1 to 8 for children between the ages of about 4 to 14 years. Secondary schools are from grades 9 to 12 for teenagers that are between the age of 15 and 19. Primary schools and secondary schools are free. The 3rd level is universities and colleges. I'm going to start by talking about primary and secondary schools. There are 3 different types of primary and secondary schools. The first type is the English schools. Students in these schools take classes in English, but there is 1 class per day in French. At the end of the schooling, they can speak a little bit of French, not enough to carry on a conversation. The second type is French schools. Students in these schools take all their classes in French, but they have 1 class per day in English. Because the community and the population speaks mostly English, the students in these schools normally are bilingual. And finally, there's French immersion schools. Students in these schools take classes in both English and French. When they're finished school, these students can talk English and French pretty well, enough to carry on a conversation. There are 3 schools that are at the upper level in Sudbury: Laurentian University, College Boreal, and Cambrian College. Colleges concentrate on courses that are more practical, and universities concentrate on courses that are more theoretical. And of course, you have to pay for these. The price is higher for international students, and there's lots of bus routes that can get you to each of these colleges or universities. Each school has residences for students and off-campus residences also. Also, you can find your own apartments or rooms that are close to the university and college and travel from there. I'm going to start with Laurentian University. This university has 9,000 students. There's about 7% of these students that are from other countries. The campus is a large 750 acres with many different buildings. 25% of the students live in student residences. Tuition costs about $23,000, and if you want to stay in the residence, it's another $6,000, and if you want to eat at the university, it's another $5,000. There are a lot of scholarships for international students. For example, you get $15,000 for every year that your marks are higher than 90%, and $10,000 per year for every year your marks are between 80 and 90%. College Boreal is a French college, so all the classes are in French. There are residences that hold about 140 students, but the school is a little bit isolated, a little bit away from the main city, so there's no apartments or rooms close by. Tuition costs are about $12,000 per year, and there are 9,000 students here. Cambrian College is the biggest college in Ontario, in the north of Ontario. It has about 12,000 students. 7% of the students are international students. Tuition costs between $10,000 and $16,000